Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee. At the molecular level, good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Nice. Again, heavy cream and local honey from a local farm. Perfect. That's going to be gone by the end of the show today. You are one person away from the one person that can change your life. Your most valuable asset in business and commerce is what? Relationships. How much do you contribute to those relationships in depth and width? Make mental inventory of those relationships and what you can do to improve them and capitalize on them. That would be a good thing to do, is write down a list. Make a list of people you know that you can very easily and happily reach out to and that will happily receive your call or email. Best thing would be a call. People are swamped with emails. I get minimum 100 emails a day. Minimum. I can't possibly answer everybody. I screen through so many emails looking for urgency, things that will either move my business forward, people who want to do a collaboration with me somehow, some way, or a sponsor. Those are the things that I'm looking for. People do write me a lot to inform me about issues in their lives. But I'm talking about the relationships that you need to advance your career, advance your life. What are you doing to nurture those relationships? The most valuable commodity in your life right now is relationships. Remember, we talked about the 80-20 balance of social versus solitude. This is where the 20% comes in, the 20% social. You need people to move forward. You might say, well, I can't stand people. I like being alone. I get that. I totally get that, especially if you live in a city or near a city. You just want to be away from everything. But every dollar you make because of people. And that doesn't work really well for misanthropes or people who just want solitude, for hermits, for monks. Every dollar you make because of people. So learn how to be good with people. If you're not good with people, take acting lessons and act like it, and no one will know the difference. America's epitaph may say that it was the culture that took everything that was perverted, wrong, weird, and then legislated, legalized, and promoted it. While there has always been perverts and wrongdoers and weirdos, there's never been a culture that promoted weirdness, perversion, and made it state-approved behavior, and actually started building laws to protect it, promote it, and actually punish those that oppose it. Who can you not talk about? Who, if you did talk about them, you could be somehow demoted, fired, put in jail, charged with a crime. Free speech, huh? In that way, I am not pro-America, because I don't like us promoting and pushing perversion. That goes way beyond the Constitution and government structure. The reason Mayberry was so peaceful and quiet was because nobody was married. Andy, Aunt Bee, Barney, Floyd, Howard, Goober, Gomer, Sam, Ernest T. Bass, Helen, Thelma Lou, Clara, and of course, Opie. They were all single. The only married person was Otis, and he stayed drunk. That always made me laugh. A few extra pounds? You mean a few 100 pounds? You end up becoming like the people you hate, or at least you end up being surrounded by them in your last years. It's weird how that works. Eliminate hate and bitterness at any cost. It becomes the biggest irony, and the joke is always on you. Eliminate hate from your life. It's easier to yap about the cold, hard truth than it is to hear it. Do you want to endear your audience to your message? If you constantly pound, this is the cold, hard truth, you're being undeniably antisocial and a true jerk talking about the cold, hard truth. There are some people who love talking about, this is the cold, hard truth. Like it or leave it. Okay. It's funny, those that talk about the cold, hard truth are the ones most likely to reject the cold, hard truth when it comes to them. Don't worry about being nice. Just tell the truth. Be cordial, but tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You want to be edgy? Tell the truth. The pre-millennial and pre-trib cultists are all flipping out over Syria withdrawal. I say get out of Syria. Eschatological cultists had way too much of a grip on American politics. Let's stop fighting other people's voodoo battles, oil battles, and face the real enemy, which is communism from China and from Russia. Enough of the voodoo about the Middle East. Enough. Enough of that strange, weird, abusive relationship that we have with the Middle East. It has never, ever paid off. And if America is truly energy independent, we don't need it. We don't need it. Get out of the Middle East. Let them fight their own battles. Get out. Out. Enough already. Charity begins at home. At home. We don't have this down yet. When we get this down, then maybe do something somewhere else. Until we get homeless off the streets, people fed, till we get our own crap together, let's stop trying to get other little countries, the savages, let's stop trying to help them get their crap together. They need a wake-up call, but we are not the ones who are going to make that wake-up call for them. We can't keep doing that. People have to fight their own battles, period. Enough of the weird, abusive relationship that we have with the Middle East. Enough. Enough. I say release the Kraken. Release the records of what congressmen and what senators had payouts for sexual harassment and inappropriate sexual behavior. Drain the swamp, Democrats and Republicans alike. Did you know there's a fund for our politicians that when they screw up or screw somebody in their office or seduce somebody while on the job, there is a fund that taxpayers have paid into that silences the people that were victims of the Democrat and Republican senators and congressmen. There's a list of them, and that list is sealed. It's quiet. It's under wraps. I say release the list. Unseal these documents. I realize that more than half of the swamp will be drained when we do that, and it will cause a lot of real news versus fake news. But I say, unseal the documents. I'm tired of paying taxes for other people's lusts and stupidity. And they are the ones that think we are the sheep. Release the records. Drain the swamp. I am at a point in my life right now where I'm dealing with parents that are getting older and children. And I'm moving forward in my career, doing well, happy about it, because I have 3 kids and 2 aging parents. I don't know what your situation is like, but it's your responsibility to care for them. And some of the things that I talk about here on the Daybreak Show and also on the channel are to help you move forward and to get unstuck. That's the goal, to gain traction in your life. My job is not to make you a nicer person. My job is to help you get unstuck. You have to work on you as far as being nicer or improving other things. Getting unstuck financially might be the most important thing that you can do, especially if you have children or aging parents. Super important. Finish your coffee, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Daybreak Show.